don't have any really clever opening lines. You know, fast things about what I did coming over from the motel. I could lie to you, you know, and say I'm at the Beverly Hills or something and get cute, and I'm not. I'd rather not mention where I am. It's not a YMCA. I've been in those. We all have. We've seen them. A little strong, some of them, but I am still a rebel with a cause, but I've cooled it. I don't get into the flying saucer anymore. I still believe in Billy Mitchell. But we Venusians, you know, and Martians and Mooncats have had to just sort of, you know, drop over Los Alamos and not come in too close and scare some guy. What's that, Gene? What's that? You know. We can't take the chance anymore. Start into this first thing I always check into my book. It's a wild picture. And I have to get my kicks, friends, you know. We know that the Westerns are controlling our sets, and that's all right. It's strange, though, you know, to think that, some 15 or 20 shows are Westerns, and they only have one space show. And, you know, here are thousands going for the rockets, and everybody, come on, boy, there he is! Killed him! Stay out of our town! Thank you. As a kid, boy, I went to a lot of movies. I guess I started going to movies, well, ever since I can remember. Back home, it was the Rialto. My cousin owned it. A little juice on the side by the projection machine, you know, and come on in, kid. And up on the screen would come Buck Jones, and then you'd get a little horror picture. And the guy was kind of square, but hip at the same time that, you know, a combination of Buck Jones and Karloff. That's kind of wild. You don't see that too often. In a little town, you know, because people, oh, look at that. But I dug the horror pictures. Most normal kids my age were digging Buck Jones and Ken Maynard and Tom Mix and those guys. But I liked it when I saw the monster. Squeezed a little kid and fell in the stream, you know. I dug it. But this is a regular, ordinary horror picture, and we all enjoy them, let's face it, you know, science fiction, but good down-to-earth horror picture, you know, with the lightning coming out of the sky. And the scene is, it's one of those rainy nights. It's always a rainy night. Nobody, you know, grave robbers come out clear nights. It's always a rainy night, bolt of lightning out of the sky. And there's some poor devil in a 36 Chevy that's stalled on a muddy road. And there's a flash flood up ahead, you know, and the bridge is out, and he's stopped. And there's no motel to go to or anything, you know, a little cabin, that kind of noise. So he has to get to this rundown wet castle, which is just covered with poison ivy, you know. And that's where our warm scene opens.
Pardon me, I'm Dr. Jameson. Is this Dr. Freilic's residence?
Why, good evening, Jamie. Tell me, what brings you here to Ivy Castle on a night like this?
Well, as you can see, I'm just soaked to the skin. My car's stalled.
Yes, I know. Don't worry about your car. You're at home with me. Oh, Krakow, get the young doctor some warm clothes and hot tea.
I meant to ask you about that poor devil.
Don't say that. He doesn't like you either. You remember those days, Jamie, when we studied at the University of Munich and the students called me crazy because of my fantastic experiments? You don't think I'm crazy, do you, Jamie?
No, certainly not. Always thought you were a little unusual. That woman, she looks like she's dead.
She is. That's my wife, the princess. Been dead for over 50 years. Come in, my child. She doesn't look well this evening at all. Overly tired. Might even say dead on her feet. Krakow, take the princess immediately. I told you never to let her out. Little horny devil, take her away. I want you to see my new laboratory. What I've been working on, Jamie. Krakow, open the door. Observe the laboratory. I want you to look under that sheet and see my project.
Well,
Look, I will.
Yeah. I hope I didn't see what I saw. A little man, 6 inches long. Face, hair, hands, eyes, those tiny... He speaks. How many of these little men do you have, Doctor?
Over 18,000. I've got them all there in that file cabinet. Tomorrow I'm going to release them to the world. I've changed my mind. I'm going to release them tonight.
Those little men, where are they going? What are they looking for?
They're looking for little women, you see.
I started out doing a lot of these little shows, little benefits and little amateur shows. And they're going on all the time, all throughout the country. Some little group, little organization gets together, and guys come out, girls, put on rouge and everything, dress up and do little silly things. Each guy has his little act. And this is sort of a takeoff on all amateur shows, summed up into one. It's always that one guy that's been heading them up for about 15 years. And he comes out and says something like this.
Hello there. I think most of you know me by now, Oscar Devling. I've been heading up these little shows for about 17 years, to be exact, and having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time putting them together. You boys and girls this year, and thanks to Mrs. Arthur, made the costumes. Thank you, Mrs. Arthur. Wonderful. Let's have it for Mrs. Chester Arthur. Wonderful. Thank you. No relation to the former president. No. She gets kidded about, don't you, dear? While we're finishing up our sherbet, whatever dessert they gave, I did want to make just a couple of announcements. I wanted to thank Paul Cratchlow, past commander, imagine I haven't even opened the book here, past commander of the post, for giving us the post, the hall tonight. Thanks so much, Paul. Please don't come up. You're a little gas. Don't come up, Paul. Don't do it. Then I wanted to thank Mrs. Sykes, Margaret Ann Sykes, for this wonderful dinner tonight. Got all them hot, sweaty women out there in the kitchen. Burnt the hell out of it, honey. I was kidding. And now we'll get underway with our show. As you know, we have 3 boys, and God bless them, one of them will have to win. We can't send all 3. We don't know where we're going to send them, as a matter of fact. It'll be some network television show. We're working out some things for them to do or go to. But please hold your applause until the last performer. Not as long as you did last year, because some of the boys were a little PO'd. It's a service expression. I don't think we have to telegraph it. Here's our first singer, Melvin Gohard, who works down at Langley's Hardware. Come on out, Melvin, put it down. Come on. Well, it's one of those days I feel so fine. I feel so fine with my bottle of wine.
Occasionally I look up in a tree. What do I see? I see a picture of my sister and me. There's my brother Bill sitting on a windowsill. There's my brother sitting in a chair. There's my mom over there. And I have my teddy bear. Gee, I'm in love. Gee, I'm in love. In love with a dove, with a dove, with a dove. I'm in love.
Thank you, Melvin. I sensed you were trying to tell us something. Here's our... They're laughing at you, Melvin. Pathetic. Here's our second singer, Lamar Jean Gumbody. I knew your dad during World War I. He was a traitor. I rode my Harley, I rode my Harley, I rode my Indian too. Sometimes I'm sad, sometimes I'm blue. My face broke out the other night, but I'm in love. I'm in love, oh my God, I'm in love. I wanna ride down that highway of time. Come in, Ron, the ceilings. I wanna come down that highway of time. Oh, God. Thank you, Lamar, thank you. They're all different, folks. They try to tell their own story. Here's our last singer. We can thank the Lord for that. Willis Mumford. His dad, you know, Mr. Mumford, has the taxidermist shop down there in the village. Did a nice job on your brother. Put bunny eyes in him, you know. Come on out, Willis. Moonlight becomes you. It goes with your hair. You certainly know the right things to wear. Moonlight becomes you. I'm thrilled at the sight, and I could get so romantic tonight. You're all dressed up to go dreaming. Now don't tell me I'm wrong. And what a night to go dreaming. Mind if I tag along? If I say I love you, I want you to know it's not just because there's moonlight, although moonlight becomes you so. Thank you.
I smoke and don't like 'em, friends. Last year I played a lot of football, and I was in the bathroom and everything else, but I smoke 'em and like 'em.
I love those commercials, you know, guy, ready?
Yes, every year at this time, right after a big trap shoot, I go out and smoke them.
Those things in the shower are great.
Hi there. I shave and they're wonderful.
Oh, Paul.
I have a little thing that I've never done before, believe it or not. I know a lot of the things you've seen and stuff. This has got started. I work for the twist on things, you know, and something different. And I was sitting in my room the other night. I just thought this up the other night. Not a question of trying it out on you. It's just I get a kick out of it myself, and I have to go on with it now. But I was sitting in my room. People say, how do you get ideas? I get ideas mostly from people. History and from art and situations. This time I kind of went out and around. I got it sort of from a movie and from a story. And you've read a lot of books about white hunters. This is sort of what we just call, so we don't offend anybody, the Great White Hunter. And, well, it's no worse than cowboy. You know, they came out with a picture like that, and then next thing, Indian. So this is the Great White Hunter. Pathetic title, but good folks in it. And the scene is naturally in the jungle, and you hear the natives. You know, and the sounds of them. You know, and Zambezi loaded with crocodile. So, there are a couple of little canvas chairs there, and they're cooking somebody's skull, you know, or something. And the scene is an American, a Texan, and a Britisher. And they've been discussing all afternoon, a little juice, you know, a little vodka, and been discussing their arrival and what's going to happen in hunting. And the Britisher says,
"You know, Tom, I know you've hunted in many, many sections of the world. And I know that you've killed an innumerous amount of animals of all types. Birds included, reptiles, things of that nature. But you have never hunted with Tom. They call him Whitey, in that he's the great white hunter, and I think, as far as I'm concerned, the greatest white hunter of all times."
Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting him. He better be pretty damn good, I'll clue you. 'Cause I've spent $100,000 coming over this godforsaken territory. True, I've made some foolish investments. I've married 3 or 4 times. One was a teenager. I was really drunk down in Big D one night. Married a child. God, she was heaven, though. Heaven. Well, but I'm looking forward to this guy. I hope to God you say he's as good as he is.
Believe me, he is. In fact, he's coming up right now.
Striking blue eyes and carrying a .22 short rifle. What the hell does he expect to kill with that?
I've only known him to be always a crack shot. Strange, I must say, going out after elephant today. He'll have to be good, all right, won't he? Yeah. Come on over here, Whitey. We're just having cocktails right out here in this sun, jungle, listening to a little hi-fi. Pictures of home, waiting for you. This is my friend and colleague, another great hunter, the Texan, Mr. Tom R. Dawson.
Howdy there. My God, you're about as big as a mountain. Look like you might have played some football. God almighty. Going to kill some elephant today, are we?
Why, heavens, no. I was told we were just going after flamingos. Are you insane?
I never did any films, hoping someday to appear, you know, in a dirty canoe. Many moon come Choctaw, you know, do something. But, you know, you gotta wait, patience, you know.
You're still a kid.
And then all your hair goes, and you do an old man.
Hi, Danny.
Well, this is a little western scene. It centers around a character called Scratchy. And Scratchy's a bartender. But he just isn't a run-of-the-mill bartender. He's an informer. So we open at the scene at the bar. And his big trouble is he talks too much. So he's shining out the little glass.
Oh, marry me now on the Lone Prairie, where the guy old town and the wind blow me. Oh, marry me now.
Howdy there. My name's Waukesha. I'm looking for a fella by the name of Red Dawson. Do you know him?
No, I can't say they do. Now, understand, I see a heap lot of folks. We have maybe 2-3 stagecoaches come through every day.
This guy had run about 6 feet, too. Got a bad scar there on his left side of his face. Understand now, I'm not out to kill him. I'm no gunslinger. I just want to talk with him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's always been a lot of folks wanting to talk with him. Yeah. Say, how about a little red eye? Just got in a little bit here.
Just keep right on pouring.
Yeah. Boy, you drink like it's going out of style. No offense. Oh, boy. Good shot, too.
Like I say, here's a $20 gold piece. Maybe that'll kind of open your eyes up a little. What's your name?
Scratchy? That's what they call me, Scratchy. Oh, there's a bunch of bugs crawling up and down my union suit. Oh, yeah, you know, when you sleep out there in the bag.
I'd like to find out where this character is. Like I say, I just want to talk with him.
Yeah, sure. Well, $20 gold piece. That's good to kind of open my eyes up, man. You're double eagle. Don't tell him I said hello. He's over there in the livery stable having his horse shoed. Yeah, that's where he is right about now. Don't tell him I said nothing, though. Oh, God, don't tell him I said nothing.
Thanks a lot, Scratchy. Thanks a lot. Maybe I'll see you a little later on.
Oh, bury me not on no prairie, where the guy holds house. No, bury me not. Oh, gee. Well, I gotta hand it to you there, stranger. You run into him, all right, didn't you? Sure did kill him. I thought you was a stranger.
You know something, Scratchy? You got a problem. You talk too much.
Well, I know I've been accused of that. Townsfolk, guys coming in around here. Now, looky. How about a little drink on me? Just keep drinking right on through the night. I pour both hands sometimes.
You're gonna do a little dance. A little Choctaw.
Oh, yeah, I love dance. Sure gonna hate to lose this place. Sure gonna hate to lose this place.
I've never done a musical. I suppose the big reason I've been in one Broadway show, did 2 weeks, and closed. But it had been running, for quite a while, so I didn't feel that I was necessarily, it was my fault that it had closed. Otherwise, it would come as a complete shock to me. But this is my idea of sort of a miniature musical. So the curtain comes up, and you see the pretty young girls and the pretty young boys. And quite often it's hard to tell them apart. And they come out and, hello, hello, hello. Gee, we're working on a farm. True, we ain't doing anybody any harm. We're skipping and we're dancing and we're singing. Flying and we're winging. So they get over with that and then, escape into the wings. And then he comes out. He is about a good 6'2" and sort of the Ray Middleton, Gordy McRae type, wrapped in elephant skin, and has consequently about a 12 waist. And shoulders come clear out to here, wearing a rug, but nobody knows it. Except, members of the orchestra. And, but the girls are,
Isn't he wonderful? Oh, my God, look at him, Paul.
and Paul. Oh, gee. Wait till the Bob girls come out, so. He has, there are about 10 good tunes in the show, and he's got 8 of them.
I built myself a wagon.
This guy can't walk. But he'd be great for television because he'll stay right on his marks,
Yes, I built a mighty wagon, and I painted it a bright, bright red. Gee, I like to paint my wagon. I paint that wagon all day long, and that's why I sing this happy, happy song, as I paint that wagon all day long.
Then the boys and girls come out.
We paint the wagon all day long. We pick an apple from a tree. We dig and throw some straw. Saying hello to Mom and Pa. Ha, 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 ha.
And they go. Then she comes out. She's the ingenue. Oh, maybe about that high. Little cat. Too much, though. Great big blue eyes. Not too much upstairs, but from here on down, gangbusters. Her voice carries just past the second row. Consequently, a lot of people...
How did she get in?
Good question. Producer's in the wings, an old horny devil.
You sing it, honey. I love you.
A little later on, up the road, Eddie. So, and she comes out and she sings.
I know that lonely when I hear you. Every time I wonder around you. Every time I wonder around you. I sing my song. Do I love you?
Of course, nobody can understand it.
But he does. Sing it, honey. Sing it, God love you. I'll keep you. I got you in New Haven and Boston. You're gonna stay in it.
Then the elephant skin boy sings again, you know. His real name in the show is just plain Roy.
You know, Lily, I'm gonna leave the farm. I'm tired of working here. I get no wages. Can't make no kind of money. Can't make no kind of money. Ain't no bees for honey. Ain't no ground to live upon, my dear.
I know, Roy, but won't you stay on? Pa needs you here on the place.
I can't, Lily. I done made my mind up. I figure I'll go to the city. That's where the money is. I'll go working in an aircraft plant. Why, I'll work on a plane that's already finished. I'll just have a little ink pad in my left hand and a stamp. I'll put that stamp on the aluminum, send that plane up in the blue.
You put a stamp on the aluminum, send that plane up in the blue. That's our boy Roy, we're with you.
Well, Miss Lily, like I say,
Oh, Roy, wouldn't you stay on? Pa needs you. Ain't nobody here to bring in the harvest. Right, Pa?
Enter Pa, 86 years old. Done 30,000 shows, but his voice is failing just a little. But his brother is the director.
I know one thing. I know one thing. Gotta stay on there at the farm. Ain't gonna do it. Oh, Roy, we love you. Don't my daughter knew.
Now the people are really turning the pages.
oh, God, oh, boy. Well, Miss Lily, if I'm to catch that train down at the junction, I best be moving on. But I'll be back one of these days. And with enough money, I'll buy that hunk of ground right over there. Cut down a few trees. That's good ground over there. That's rich ground. Maybe build a little cabin. Maybe build a little cabin. Maybe have a couple of kids. Gee, wouldn't we be in love again? Right over there by a stream. Look at that crazy moonbeam. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say.
Bye, Roy.
Bye, Lily. Bye, Pa.
Bye. See you, Roy.
I'd say goodbye to the hired hands, but there ain't none.
And the curtain comes down.
Orange? Anybody for orange? 5 cents, 20 cents. Orange? Anybody for orange?
I take little interviews, miniature interviews on my own. You know, I ask people about what do they think about space.
I don't care anything about it. I have a job to go to. Get out here.
You know, so we mark it down like this quickly and Sorry, I hope I didn't offend you.
Get out of here.
Well, I asked a guy the other day, I was sitting beside this character, and he said,
Aren't you John Waters? Seen you on television.
I said, yes. So he asked me to tell some jokes or something. I said, I don't know many jokes. I said, can't we just sit and talk, you know? Let's just sort of leaf through U.S. News and World Reports, you know, and see what's going on. So we got on a number of subjects, and finally I said, don't you think most men are little boys?
And he said, I'm no little boy. I make $75,000 a year.
And I said, well, the way I look at it, you just have bigger toys. And it's bad, you know, he got up and went to the bathroom and everything. But it's true, you know, these clowns and their Chris Crafts.
There we go, Roy. Let's split up a whole fleet.
I think eventually we get tired of the box and the silver screen, the tube, and we go back to seeing movies. And this is sort of a cheap prison picture. Standard thing, the guy's making out the license plates, got the numbers, you know. And, you know, the guy in the jute mill and Father Duffy. Oh, my boys, I tried to help you. And the warden, you know, sort of a dumpy guy. The belt drops down below the navel. I'm trying to help you. And they're playing softball, going along by the walls, you know.
Help me, trying to get out.
So the opening scene is in the warden's office. And he's there with his head guard, and the situation is that he's been holed up in his office for about 39 hours. No food or water or anything. And down in front of him is Tiger Elliott, a lifer who's trying to get out. You'll find that's true quite often of lifers. They get a little horny, you know, and they want to... I'm sorry, I hope I didn't offend any horny people. But, it's true. True, you put a guy in for a little while in solitary, you know, and read the magazines. And, I've seen guys in rooms do that, you know. You can read the get-in Bible just so long, and then you got to go downstairs. But he's sort of, you know, sucking on a tangerine, and he talks to his guard and says something like this.
I can't understand this, Ted. This thing that this boy is doing is criminal. Just criminal. If this hadn't happened, I might well have been up for the governorship. The thing that I don't understand, Ted, is how the devil he get 3 Sherman tanks in here. Don't tell me he snuck those in a loaf of bread. No. How about it, Ted?
I don't know, Warden. It's one of those things that just got out of hand and...
No. Don't be a brownie. Come on, cut it out. You've goofed, it's apparent. This is the warden, Tiger. I know you're down there. Now give this thing up. Crime does not pay. Trite as that may sound, Galen Drake, whatever you want to say, it doesn't. We'll get you sooner or later. Now, why cause a scene? I don't want to call in the state police and the National Guard and have this thing on television. Come on, boy, give it up. Well, we know one thing, he's armed. Yes, come on in, Father Duffy, come on in. I'm sorry you're in here at this time to see this.
These are my children. Tiger's not a bad boy.
He isn't. Well, for your information, Father, he's just killed 12 of my best men. I'd call that ornery, wouldn't you? Now, if you don't shape up, you're going back to Boys Town.
Let me go down and talk to Tiger. Let me go down and talk to him.
All right, Father, stand back. Get away from there. Get away from there. It's the warden again, Tiger. Now get this and get it straight. Father Duffy's coming down. Any funny business, and I don't know what we'll do, throw inkwells or tangerines. We'll do something. Do you hear that, Tiger? Go ahead, Father.
Hello there, Tiger. It's Father Duffy. I'm sorry you come down, Pops. I made too many plans. I gotta cut out of this mill. You ain't gonna stand in my way. I don't want to have to spin that collar around a couple of times. Now, you get out of my way, Father. Come on, boy, it's Father Duffy. Look at it this way. Who took you out of the library and put you in the jute mill so you'd learn a trade? Gave you the little Willie Sutton makeup kit on Saturdays.
Come on, boy, give me the gun. Now! Give me the gun, son. Now! That's a good one. Oh, there's just one other question, Tiger. You are a Catholic, aren't you?
Oh, I'm a Lutheran.